The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Good morning and welcome to Let's Go Racing. Danny Gibson here alongside with our co-host Dick Girardi on set at Beautiful Park Racing to talk this week's top horse racing highlights. On today's show, Parks Invaders Brooklyn Strong and Market Maven taking their shot in a Grade 2 Wood Memorial at Aqueduct with major Kentucky Derby points on the line. And at Beautiful Keeneland, the Grade 2 Toyota Bluegrass is running, where undefeated Essential Quality makes his last stop before Louisville on the first Saturday of May. And of course, don't count out Bob Baffert and sending out favorite Medina Spirit in the Grade 1 Santa Anita Derby. We'll see what 3-year-olds jump up in the Kentucky Derby leaderboard after these 3 major prep races. Not forgetting our fillies, of course. We'll check out later vying for Kentucky Derby Oaks points. All this on today's show. But we have some huge news. We have someone new joining us here at Parks, our new voice of Parks, Chris Griffin, our track announcer, and he's going to be with us next week.
So Chris is from Sam Houston. He's covered it, called it a number of different tracks, Danny, through the years, but most recently at Sam Houston. That meet is just ending. Chris's first day here at Parks will be Monday, and look, no one is going to quote-unquote replace Keith Jones because he's a legend around here, but somebody was going to get that full-time job, and everybody, we're happy to welcome Chris, and he'll be on the show with us next week. We'll get him on and we'll chat with him and see what's happening.
What about some Parks racing? We had some Parks racing. We had a local race here. It was Monday's 9th race, a starter allowance for $8,000 going 1 mile and 16th. Was a field in 9 with 2 scratches. The 5 and the number 9 horse both scratched. And our race time favorite is the number 1, I Won.
Yeah, big favorite in this race, Danny. 2-5, coming off 4 straight wins. Trains out at Penn National for Mark Salvaggio, who's won races there forever, and whenever he comes here, he's always dangerous.
A beautiful Shadwell horse, too. He's bred by Shadwell. And actually, Frankie jumped off the number 4, Jamie Ness's horse, was 11-1. Factor this in. Jamie Rodriguez picks up the mount.
Yeah, Jamie Rodriguez does pick up the mount, and good fortune is about to happen to Jamie.
Mike Bozich with the call of our local race.
They've reached the opening quarter in 25. So let's factor this in. Who shows the way, being hounded by Jam and Jim Down. Seat of Honor is a length back 3rd. Inside, Midnight Act is 4th, buying 2 lengths. I Won races 5th. Petulant Delight moves up now into 6th. Diamond Setter trails the field. 25 for the quarter, 49-3 for the half mile. Around the turn to go. Inside, it's factor this in. Outside, Jam and Jim Down. It's under a Rivera ride now. 2 lengths back to Midnight Act 3rd. Seat of Honor starts to labor 4th. I Won's making good gains up the inside. 3 lengths back to Diamond Setter. Petulant Delight drops out to last. Factor this in, still first. 6 furlongs, 113-4. They straighten away for the stretch drive. Factor this in, has the lead by a length on the outside. Jam and Jimtown. Midnight Act is trying to split rivals on the outside. Here comes I Won from far back. Diamond Setter up the inside. Factor this in, has the lead. Midnight Act outside. I Won's trying to sustain inside the 16th. Factor this in, digs in. Midnight Act, clock's running out. It's still factor this in.
Well, the whole complexion of the race changed when Petulant Delight stumbled. Jamie Ness took him to the wire.
Yeah, it is amazing what can happen sometimes inside a race, Danny. We've seen it so many times where what happens in a race actually determines who wins rather than who the best horse is many times. But boy, factor this in. Once they got that break and they're loose out there, he was just gone. They couldn't get near him at 11-1. And the favorite, I Won, just didn't really get started until the race was over, came on to be 3rd. But yeah, that gate is everything in horse racing.
I Won's a big horse. A lot of people, it takes him a little bit to get into stride. And boy, he finally did, but it just, he did more track. But Jamie Ness, that was his 4th win on the day Monday. He actually went on to win 5. We'll talk more about that later. But
I think that might be worth an award or something this week.
I think that
possibly
might be a mention later. Yeah, but that's hard to do. I mean, people don't realize. And Jamie has a lot of horses. He can be competitive, you know, spotting them the right spots.
And you don't see him often at 11-1. It would be kind of like seeing Todd Fletcher at like Well, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Time to head to our first break. When we get back, we have some major 3-year-olds and our buddy Brooklyn Strong and Market Maven take their shot in the wood. Don't go anywhere on Let's Go Racing.
Brooklyn Strong is down at the rail, and Crowded Trade is coming on now.
Did Did you know absolutely no taxpayer dollars support the Pennsylvania horse racing industry? In fact, racing generates $1.6 billion that pays taxes, creates jobs, and more, right here in Pennsylvania.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
New to Pennsylvania, Tappett's most precocious son in the Mid-Atlantic, Tight 10, a brilliant graded 2-year-old and a 3/4 brother to the red-hot sire Constitution. Twice graded placed at 2, Tight 10 won his debut for fun, sired by America's 7-time leading sire Tappet, whose other sons include leading stallions Constitution, Frosted, Tapiture, Tapizar, the sire of the great Monomoy girl. Tight 10 entered stud in 2021 at the introductory fee of $2,500 live foal. Jump on the Tappet train by booking your best mares to Tight 10 today.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. We're going to head into some national coverage brought to you by the Chapman Auto Group. If their emblem's not on the back of your car or truck, well, you probably just did pay too much. And what an outstanding day of racing and national coverage. We're going to start with Aqueduct, the Grade 2 Wood Memorial for 3-year-olds going 1 1/8 miles. And we'll start with our favorite risk-taking, the number 4, Chad Brown horse.
Yeah, Chad Brown, I mean, he's always a solid favorite. Most recently, the Withers was really impressive in that race. Hasn't run since the 6th of February, but this is certainly Chad's major hope for the Derby.
Well, and Chad Brown actually has the co-favorite, too,
does.
the number 2, Crowded Trade, 5-2, jockey Eric Hansel.
Yeah, he was second in the Gotham, in that really fast run Gotham. He was second to Wayburn. It was a big price that day. And the Chad Exacta, could that happen, or could some other kind of an exacta possibly happen?
I think so. Why don't we get to John Imbriel's call of the Wood Memorial?
Market Maven will grab the lead from Prevalence. Then it is Wayburn. Down on the inside is Brooklyn Strong, followed by Candyman Rocket, who is racing in 5th. On the outside is Dynamic One, next in 6th. Risk Taking is 7th at this point. It's almost 3 lengths back to a stablemate. Crowded Trade in 8th, and trailing the field is Bourbonic. They're on the backstretch now. The quarter went in 24 and 4/5 seconds. And it is long shot Market Maven who leads here by a 1/2 length. Wayburn is on the outside in 2nd. Then it's a little more than a length to Prevalence, who's in between horses. Candyman Rocket on his outside, and Brooklyn Strong is down at the rail. Risk Taking is in 6th, 4.5 lengths from the lead. Then it's Dynamic One, followed by Crowded Trade, and farther back, Bourbonic. The 1/2 mile, 50 seconds. Market Maven leads 3/4 of a length. Wayburn on the outside in 2nd. Candyman Rocket is in 3rd. And Candyman Rocket's move is followed by Dynamic One, who's gaining ground on the outside. Prevalence is in between horses. Brooklyn Strong is down at the rail. Risk Taking is still 4 lengths from the lead. Crowded Trade is now coming on and looking to gain ground in between horses. 3/4 went in 1:14 and 4. The field is at the top of the stretch in the Wood Memorial. Here's Wayburn. Here's Dynamic One on the outside. Brooklyn Strong is down at the rail, and Crowded Trade is coming on now as they come for the 8th pole. It is Dynamic One. Here's Crowded Trade on the outside. Wayburn continues to battle down at the rail, and it's a 16th of the finish. And here's Bourbonic, who was last, making a late run out in the middle of the track. It is Dynamic One and Bourbonic, Dynamic One and Bourbonic, a photo finish.
Well, bombs away for Bourbonic and jockey Kendrick Carmouche, getting up at 72-1.
Yeah, this is a great story, obviously, seeing Kendrick win the Wood Memorial just a week after he was passed at the end in the jockey standings. But Look, his biggest win prior to this was a Cigar Mile, Grade 1. This is only a Grade 2, but this is even bigger to me. This is a Derby prep. Kendrick will get his first shot at the Derby, and it'd be great to see him. And he's had good luck with Calumet, True Timber in a Cigar Mile, and a mere 72 to 1. Was it a fast run, Wood? No. In fact, it was the slowest one in history, 154.49. Only a 89 buyer, and they've been running this race for 96 times. The local horses, look, I thought Brooklyn Strong, given everything that Danny was trying to do to get there, I thought he ran respectably.
Yes.
He was 5th, Danny beaten 5 lengths. But it's tough to have a horse, that misses so much training time ready for a race like that.
I agree. I think our local horses, they did not disgrace themselves. They ran their races. Market Maven went to the lead, just couldn't quite sustain it. I talked to trainer Penny Pierce. 7/8 is more where they feel he fits.
Made the lead, got a thrills at 70 to 1.
Yeah, and again, nobody disgraced themselves. Brooklyn Strong just kind of it was kind of boxed in between horses. When the rail opened up, he just didn't have it. He got a little tired, came up short.
Understandably. I mean, remember, he missed all that time. He got sick, so I think it's perfectly understandable. But the best news for us is to see Kendrick with his smile. You'll see it in Kentucky. Do I think he's going to win? No. I think he'll be 40 to 1 down there too. But you know what? You got to be in it to win it. And what a story. Todd Fletcher had nothing a couple of weeks ago. Now he's got the Florida Derby winner. He's got the Wood winner again for the 6th time. And the guy is amazing. And he runs 1-2. And that'll be the biggest exact in history, right, for Todd Fletcher. 72 to 1 over 15 to 1, pays over 900 for a Todd Wood Memorial.
I wish I had $2 on that. I mean, just imagine, just Todd Fletcher exacta. How easy that could have been for any of us.
I remember a year at the Derby, Danny, everybody's trying to figure out what's going to happen this year. It turned out to be a Baffert Lucas exacta paying $1,300. It's like, we all looked at each other like, what are we doing?
Well, our 3-year-olds are going to keep rolling. Keeneland, the Grade 2 Toyota Bluegrass, undefeated, essential quality, going for his last stop before the Kentucky Derby. He's our obvious favorite, the number 4 horse, 1-2. Jockey Luis Saez retains the mount.
Yeah, 2-year-old champ for Brad Cox, as you said, Danny, undefeated. This is only his 2nd start this year, but that was the plan, 2 to get to the Derby, and obviously lays over this field. And Randy Moss said it on the NBC broadcast. When you looked at this race, there was 0 early speed.
Yep.
So it really looked like, on paper, and Randy called it cold, it looked like a match race between highly motivated and essential quality.
And that brings our 2. That was the 2nd choice, again, for Chad Brown and Clarovich Stables. We just talked about them in the Wood Memorial. So they always have a nice group of horses. Javier Castellano, 7-2, so our 2nd choice.
It's the one thing Chad hasn't done yet, is win the Derby.
Yep.
You know he's going to win it. It's just a question of when. Remember, it took Todd Fletcher forever. It took Lucas a long time to win the Derby. He'll win.
He has won the Preakness with these same connections, Cloud Computing, so it could be Chad's year. Let's get to the call of the Toyota Bluegrass.
The opening quarter in 23.83 seconds. Highly motivated, the leader. Highly motivated in front, a half length. Essential quality goes 2nd by a length. Keep Me in Mind is toward the outside in the 3rd position. Hush of a Storm far outside 4th. Rumbauer sneaks up the rail. 5th to 4th to 3rd. A length and a half off the lead, sitting on go. 6th between horses. Hidden Stash, Leblin untreated at the back. It was 48.21 seconds, the time for the opening half mile. Highly motivated, the leader. Essential Quality is 2nd. A half length. Separate the top 2 onto the far turn. Rumbauer is 3rd. Keep Me in Mind 4th on the outside. Now taking 3rd ahead, 2 lengths off the front pair. Hush of a Storm in 5th. Hidden Stash between horses. Down toward the inside in 6th. And still 6 lengths off the lead. Highly motivated has the lead coming toward the quarter pole. Essential Quality 2nd on the outside. Still a half length separate the top 2. And they've opened up by 7 lengths off the turn to Hidden Stash, who swings wide in 3rd. Here comes Essential Quality now, taking aim once again at Highly Motivated, who still has the lead coming into the final furlong of the Toyota Bluegrass. Highly motivated with the advantage. Essential Quality is still driving at him from the outside past the 16th pole. Highly motivated. Essential Quality. What a finish. The champ remains unbeaten.
Well, that was definitely an exciting finish. 2 3-year-olds throwing it down, but the champ, Essential Quality, staying undefeated.
Yeah, it was a match race, and Essential Quality was chasing the whole way. Not the easiest thing to do. It took forever to get by. Look, this is a really neat horse, 97 buyer. What he hasn't done yet, Danny, is explode on the speed figure numbers. At some point, he's going to have to do that to get there. Hopefully for Brad Cox, it's the next race. But how about this? 2 years later, after the Maximum Security fiasco, Luis Saez is back, and I think will be the favorite in the Derby. See if he can get over the wire first and have no numbers blinking afterwards.
I mean, there's no doubt this horse is bred to do it. We actually, one of our fans, Let's Go Racing fans, sent us in a pedigree query for this horse. He's bred beautifully.
They couldn't ask for much more than tap it out of elusive quality.
But in number 3, nothing in defeat, highly motivated. That was his first time getting the distance, and he did fight back. But our champ, stays undefeated. And out on our West Coast 3-year-olds, for the Grade 1 Santa Anita Derby, going 1 1/8 miles, and Bob Baffert has our favorite, Medina Spirit.
He does. Medina Spirit has beaten all the horses he's run against except one, who just happens to be Life is Good, who obviously would be the overwhelming Derby favorite at this point had he not gotten injured and had the surgery. And this has been the key Kentucky Derby prep in recent years.
I was going to say that.
Obviously, Baffert's brought some good ones out of here, and he's not the only one. So this is the horse to look at and the race to look at.
Second choice was number 2, Dream Shake, trainer Peter Urton. And Peter Urton's he's been on the Kentucky Derby Trail. He had Dance with Fate a few years ago, won the Toyota Bluegrass, but nice 3-year-old here.
Yeah, I mean, Dream Shake's first race was a revelation, I think, even to the trainer. It was just amazing. That was that race. Remember that super hype Bezos was the big favorite?
Yes.
Dream Shake just blew by him like he was standing still. And most recently was 3rd in the Life is Good Medina Spirit, San Felipe.
Well, here we go. Here's the call of the Santa Anita Derby.
Rock Your World will set the pace. Opens up 1.5 lengths on Parnelli with Medina Spirit in the clear 3rd, just 3/4 of a length off the lead. The Great One covers up Dream Shake. Then it's Law Professor, 4 off the pace. Defunded is next. Otto the Legend just in front of Back Ring Luck. They have 5 furlongs to run in the Run Happy Santa Anita Derby. And Rock Your World is the leader by a neck. Parnelli keeps the pressure on 2nd, a length to Medina Spirit 3rd. The Great One and Dream Shake still together with Law Professor between those 2. Another 2 back to Defunded as they pass the half-mile pole. Otto the Legend and Back Ring Luck. Rock Your World opens up, lets it out a notch, leads by 1.5 lengths. Now it's 2 and he's traveling kindly. Rock Your World is the one to catch. Now it's a 2.5 length lead. Medina Spirit takes up the chase in 2nd. Dream Shake inches up inside of him. Parnelli drops back. Law Professor steadying. Defunded rallying on the outside. They're at the top of the stretch. And Rock Your World hugs the rail. Leads it by 2 lengths still. Dream Shake on the outside. Medina Spirit trying hard. It's Rock Your World in command. Medina Spirit making no progress. And it's going to be Rock Your World to take them all the way in the Run Happy Santa Anita Derby. He's undefeated.
Rock Your World certainly rocked everybody's world. What a finish. Gate to wire. John Sadler. I mean, just a thrilling race.
Could not have been any more impressive. The fractions, Danny, were fast.
Yes.
I mean, there were horses making Rock Your World go fast. He kept going fast, and when Medina Spirit crept up on the turn, Rock Your World just ran away from him. He's going to be the only horse coming in, unless something happens in Arkansas today, with a triple-digit buyer. He had 100 buyer figures, so he'll have the best one coming in, undefeated. First 2 races were on turf, and everybody said, well, Johnson, what are you doing here? He says, I didn't want to ride against Baffert until I had to. Well, he had to get points. He's got points. I think he goes to Kentucky with a very, very live horse, and it's not like this horse needs the lead. He's come from off the pace on the turf. This is a good horse, and if you watch past the finish line, the gallop out, that was really impressive. This horse was not getting tired at the end of the race.
Lots of energy from winning jockey Umberto Rispoli. And the owners, if you look at the owners, Hronis Racing and Teller Racing, they've been with John Sadler a long time. So pretty cool to see them partner up. We see a lot of big partnerships now kind of coming together to get these super horses. But to me, this was the most impressive of the 3-year-old prep.
Couldn't agree more. I thought it was easily the best one. It wasn't what I expected, but you got to be looking. Don't think you know what's going to happen before it happens, but when you see it, be ready for it. This was Rock Your World was really good.
Yeah, John Sadler said he's going to train up to the Kentucky Derby, stay in California, do the normal California ready.
Come in a week ahead of time like Baffert usually does.
And he's won at Churchill before. He won with Accelerate,
he won
the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Yeah, remember he could not win a Breeders' Cup race until he did.
Well, it's time to head to our next break. When we come back, our jockey and trainer of the week. It's going to be a shocker. Don't go anywhere and let's go racing.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing, our jockey and trainer of the week, brought to you by Turning for Home, our racehorse retirement program right here at Parks Racing. And we have another great Turning for Home success story. We're going to spotlight Tomo Chachi, an 8-year-old gelding by the great Pennsylvania bred sire Jumpstart. He started his racing career as a 2-year-old and was retired through Turning for Home back in 2018 with an impressive 6 wins out of just 27 starts. Chachi went to one of our partner farms in South Jersey, where he met his now adopter Tanya, and with his intelligence and gentle demeanor, it didn't take long for Chachi to fall in love with his adopter Tanya. They loved going out on long trail rides and learning some fancy new moves in the dressage ring. And they were a big hit at their first show, so plan to be a force on the dressage circuit
There we go.
this spring and summer. So thrilled for Tomo Chachi and everything for him. Our jockey of the week is a different one, Victor Carrere. He's a longtime rider. He gave up his jock's license for a little bit, was exercise riding. He just got his license back. He just had his first win this week, so he's been riding hard.
Jockey of the week.
Yeah, he's our jockey of the week. You go, Victor. Yeah. And our trainer of the week is Jamie Ness.
I'm shocked. Another 5-win day.
That's hard to do.
Yeah,
I mean,
just,
that
as good
is
as
hard.
he is, five in a day is ridiculous.
Well, let's get to some race recap brought to you by the Pewter Stable. Check them out at pewterstable.com, a great partnership. Become an owner today with this exciting horse racing group. We're going to go to Aqueduct, the Grade 1 Carter Handicap. Mischievous Alex, what a performance.
Yeah, we saw him break his maiden at Parks back now in 2019, Danny, and boy, this was the race of this horse's career. He's had a great career. Just blows the field away. 5.5 length winner, 109 Beyer figure, first Grade 1. Of course, this is Chuck Zackney and Glenn Bennett, and this is into mischief. They made him into a sire now, and it looks like he'll come back in the Met Mile on Belmont Stakes Day, where he will run into Charlatan.
Big
it looks like that should be a race.
Sprinting's been awesome for this horse. He does have that new equipment, the extension blinker and the Houghton bit, just to kind of keep him straight, but that horse can get the mile. He won the Gotham, right? Was that mile?
Absolutely. I don't think that's an issue.
Yeah, definitely. Well, staying in Aqueduct, the 3-year-old fillies trying to get Kentucky Oaks points. The Grade 3 Gazelle, 1.5 miles, and boy, this was a great race. I mean, Chad Brown, big day for him.
Yeah, Search Results was always in the race, Danny. I mean, from the start, and she was 2-5, and there wasn't much doubt that she was going to win it. 92 Buyers. She actually ran faster than the Colts did in the Wood Memorial.
You see her get a little green towards the end. She was on the wrong lead, but Chad said that's not abnormal for her. That's something that they're going to continue to work on. When she has a horse in front of her, she's a little more business, but she's had a beautiful trip. What a day. What a day for Irad Ortiz. He had a 5th win. He ended up having 6 wins after that.
Yeah.
Keeneland, 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 1 Ashland. Joel Rosario and Luis Saez have just been going back and forth all day, and we see Simply Ravishing making her return with Luis Saez, but no excuses from her. We'll see the number 5 Malafat with Joel Rosario get the win at the end for Shadwell Stable.
Yeah, Rosario is amazing in how he times these rides coming to the finish, and he does it again here with Malafat for Todd Fletcher, who had a pretty good day himself.
Yeah, I mean, he sat the most patient trip. I think Kate and Bradar said he must have had ice water in his veins.
That's how he
Way
rides.
back, make that run.
That's
his timing is impeccable. Santa Anita with their 3-year-old fillies, the Grade 2 Santa Anita Oaks. A small group, but a competitive group.
And this was a rider's win, Danny. If you watch the 3 here, Soothsay. It looks like nothing's happening. All of a sudden, Flavian Pratt just jams her right through on the rail for Dick Mandela, comes up and upsets Beautiful Gift and Baffert, who was the big favorite.
That was the winning move right there. I mean, he just took it to them. Soothsay, she had a great first race before that, but I mean, that was the winning move, taking it to them.
The jockey won the race in that move right on the far side.
Well, what do you think? A little eye on racing? We have our final Kentucky Derby prep race, the Arkansas Derby. We got Concert Tour. We'll see if he's the favorite or Essential Quality. I think Caddo River makes his return. Hoosier.
Yeah, it'll be interesting how the early part of the race, remember Concert Tour outran Caddo River for the front in the Rebel, and that was it. And it'd be interesting. That first 100 yards is going to be a lot, but if Baffert wins big with Concert Tour, I think there's every chance he could be the favorite coming to Kentucky. We'll see how it plays out.
Absolutely. He's fast. I can't wait to see him against Rock Your World, because we know Essential Quality doesn't have a ton of early pace.
Correct.
Keeneland has another star-studded weekend with the Grade 1 Jenny Wiley and the Grade 3 Lexington Kentucky Derby points. But that's it. We're going to head to our final break. When we come back, news and notes. Don't go anywhere.
Did you know absolutely no taxpayer dollars support the Pennsylvania horse racing industry? In fact, racing generates $1.6 billion that pays taxes, creates jobs, and more, right here in Pennsylvania.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
New to Pennsylvania, Tappett's most precocious son in the Mid-Atlantic, Tight 10, a brilliant graded 2-year-old and a 3/4 brother to the red-hot sire Constitution. Twice graded placed at 2, Tight 10 won his debut for fun, sired by America's 7-time leading sire Tappet, whose other sons include leading stallions Constitution, Frosted, Tapiture, Tapizar, the sire of the great Monomoy Girl. Tight 10 entered stud in 2021 at the introductory fee of $2,500 live foal. Jump on the Tappet train by booking your best mares to Tight 10 today.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our news and notes brought to you by the Granny Fund. Our Granny Fund assisting continuing education here for our backstretch family. And we have news. Brooklyn Strong won 2-year-old male champion for the New York breeders, so well done to him.
Yeah, no question. I mean, he won the Remsen and Open Stakes as a New York bred, and looks like Danny's going to shoot for the Preakness on May 15th, and he's at least nominated. Our good friend Trish Bowman, the stakes coordinator at Laurel, said nominated for the Tessio on April 24th at Laurel, which is a win and you're in, all expenses, whether he goes in that race or just waits for the Preakness to be determined.
I talked to Danny. He was thrilled with the way Brooklyn came out of it. You know, just a lot to ask off 5 months. They said he had a rough trip.
Race. Yeah, it's simple
They're
as that.
enjoying the ride. They're
Absolutely.
having fun, and they're looking good. Well, that's going to do it for this week. Come check us out at the racetrack. We have live racing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Post time 12:55. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.